Hi everybody, today's video is all about the top 3 causes of your slice. So if you're someone that slices the golf ball, you may be able to resonate with this and actually think this is the reason why my slice is being caused. So what is a slice? A ball moves, starts left of target, moves way right of target and ends up finishing right of the target with left to right curvature. With your left-handed player, it would start way right and move way left. So how can we cause this, or what causes our slice? Point number 1, we're going to talk about how we actually hold the golf club, so the way we take our grip. And for me, a lot of the time I see people that slice the golf ball. I see a couple of different combinations actually here with the grip. Point number 1, a very weak left hand, so no knuckle showing on the top hand, and then a right hand that is also very weak. So ultimately, more chance of this club face being open at impact and really limits our ability to release this golf club. Now, that would almost be one of the best scenarios I would see. The worst scenario I'd see, and actually the biggest causes of when a grip is in the palm causing of a slice. When the grip's in our palm, it really kind of inhibits our ability to actually move this golf club effectively and efficiently, generate speed, but also square it up at address. So it's really important that we do get this golf club right and hold of the golf club right. So what does a palmy grip look like? Traditionally, we'd actually like to see the club more in the fingers, is where we want to see it. A palmy grip is when this club is running through the center of our palm this way. So you can see here, the club's in the palm, and then we take our hold. So ultimately, the expression I use with a lot of people is, does the club feel heavy? If the club feels heavy, we know it's in the palm. If it's in the fingers, we know the club feels light. And a quick test is, if it's correct, we could be able to do this, keep our first finger on the pad on top of the club. If it's in our palm, we take the other fingers off, the club straight away wants to move, the club feels heavy. So it's a really simple expression, and if we've got this palmy grip or this weak grip, this could be one of our main root causes to our slice. So why? Face more likely going to be open. It's very, very hard from those two positions to actually release the golf club and bring that golf club back to square, or even if we had an in-to-out path, close to that path to create a draw shot. So ultimately, the first big cause there is how we're holding the golf club. Make sure we've not got no knuckle showing, or this club, make sure it's not in the palm. Nicely leading on to second point. So we've highlighted the first point is how we hold this golf club, and ultimately how the face is then orientated at impact. Weak or palmy grip, more likely this face is going to be open. So if we couple this now with the second move, which causes our slice, this over the top move, or an out to in path, we could categorize it as. So what would this look like? And one of the habits I see a lot of people do is, because we know that our face is weak, we have to feel like we have to swing left to try and counteract that, when really this has the worst effect. It actually creates a little bit more curvature because we get a bit more of a differentiation between the face and the path. So this move I see, so we swing to the top, I see that the upper half and lower half move at the same rate, causing the club to move out and then move in, and out to in path is then caused. So we see this move out and in, and these hands being pulled across the body in this direction. Hands move out and pulled across the body. So ultimately, the way we sequence the body in the downswing is a very, very big cause about our out to in path. If we actually sequence the body the other way and works from the ground up, it would be a lot more easier to actually attack this ball from the inside. So point number 2, if you're somebody that swings to the top of the golf backswing and actually feels like the upper half and lower half move at the same rate, feeling this club then gets outside the hands, then we've got a face that's open to that. This is going to be a very, very big cause of our curvature, and even more curvature when we do so. So the feeling we'd want to do is to try and create the opposite. Could we feel that we start from the ground up in transition? You slices out there, we work all together this way. Let's move now on to the final point. So we've highlighted that we've talked about a move that will affect our path. We've talked about a move that will affect our club face orientation. Now let's talk about a move which would actually cause us a slice as well, and let's talk about release. The final point is a blend of point number 2 and 3 together, and ultimately we could actually say that all these 3 points are blended together. An out to in path with an open face because of our grip would cause our slice, and ultimately the way we release the club will also cause our slice. So for me, it's actually a blend of all these 3 points which could be causing your slice, and in some way it may be a bit more of one, a little bit less of the other, but ultimately each one of these points could cause your slice. Now the final point is that we said the release, and what I generally see in the release compared to somebody who would be a little bit more neutral or draw bias. I would generally see that someone through impact would, like we said before in point number 2, this club works out to in, and I would generally see that this left arm bends and works across this body this way, and this lower half isn't really open up to the target, and we'd see almost this finish here where we see this chicken wing of the left arm. Now, if we were someone who would be more kind of what I'd say releasing it down the line, we'd see a lot more of this motion here, as opposed to feeling that this club is being pulled across our body. But we could actually argue this club is being pulled across our body because of point number 2. So you can see there how 2 and 3 are nicely blended in together, and ultimately if we can improve our grip, improve our moving transition, we'll actually probably improve our release into the golf ball, because we can do so. So ultimately all these 3 things, like we said before, intertwine together and are a big cause of a slice. So we said point number 1 is the way we hold the golf club. Point number 2 is the way we move in transition. The upper and lower move at the same rate. This club gets overplaying and then now an out to in path. And we see this out to in path, and we definitely see sometimes this club being pulled across our body. This left arm, feel like it's breaking down and chicken winging across, holding this face open, adding to the fact of causing that curvature. So if we're somebody that has those 3 points or identifies those 3 points, then we're definitely on our way to becoming a slicer of the golf ball, or already are a slicer. So if you are a slicer and those 3 points are affecting you, don't forget to check out our recent video I've done that is all about stopping your slice. So the real point of this video is to actually highlight and analyze and tell you guys at home the reasons why you slice it. So 1, it's an out to in path with an open face relative to the path and ball to target line, causing that curvature to start the ball way left and finish way right to target for a right-handed player. And we said one of the root causes was the grip, either weak or palmy, allowing the fact that we could get that open face. The second move is how we move in transition. The upper and the lower work at the same rate, causing this club to get a little bit overplaying, and the out to in path. Finally, how we release this golf club being pulled across the body as opposed to feeling like it's released down the line. All these factors definitely add to the fact of creating left-right curvature, and for some of you that curvature will be a lot more, some people will be a little bit less, but definitely will be a little bit of a weaker ball flight than we would if we were the complete opposite. I get asked a lot how different shots are caused, whether it's a hook, a slice, a shank. This is the reason why this video has been uploaded. How is your slice caused? My 3 top facts about how a slice is caused. Let's finish the video. Let's hit this one now for you. I'll try and feel the opposite to what we've just said. Guys, thank you for watching today's video on Alex Elliott Golf. Don't forget to subscribe, give all this content a thumbs up, and see you next time.